Hello, how are you?
Hey, good, good. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome everyone to our collaboration on world news.
Yes, yes. World events.
World
Woohoo!
events. So my name's Andrea and I am Lilac Lantern Tarot. And you are?
I am Danny, and I'm not in my bathrobe, but I'm in with Bathrobe Tarot
That's
on
right.
YouTube. Yay!
And this is our first
Yeah.
collaboration and we're super
It
excited.
is. Yeah, really excited.
Yeah.
Really excited.
So we've got a list of world news, world events, things going on. And I give Danny full credit for coming up with the list. You did a fantastic job.
So if people don't like the list, it's my fault now.
Yeah,
I see how you did that.
kind of. Yeah.
Awesome. So where are we going first?
Well, since it's in your neck of the woods, do you want to
My
start with the fires in
Yeah.
California?
Yes. So there's a couple of things, just let's just do a general reading on these fires on the West Coast
Yeah.
and see if we can get some sense out of from some sense as to we know they're huge. So when are they gonna, when's it gonna, it keeps getting bigger and bigger. So are we on the downslide or is it just gonna keep getting bigger? And then we can look into maybe what's causing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to check in to see if they're almost done. And hopefully they
Yeah,
are.
right.
Okay. Fires in California. Are they almost done?
Oof.
I don't think they're over yet.
I don't either.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm getting they're still off balance, right? They can't get it under control. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Something struck. I don't know if it was lightning, literally, because it's upside down, but something hit out there like a target laser beam. I don't know.
Yeah.
Caused the fire. Government involved. I don't know. Linked together. Poor communications. People displaced. Chaos. And then time. So I don't think it's over yet.
Yeah. I don't either. So I pulled 3 cards on it.
Yeah.
And I got the death card.
Oh, geez.
So
Yeah.
I know. I've got the Wheel of Fortune, and when you look at this Wheel of Fortune, it's just a lot of chaos. It's just a lot of spinning. Nothing's really clear.
Yeah.
In that, even though, and then I got the 8 of Wands, which is telling me that things are still going to be moving, things are still going fast. And again, when you were talking about laser beams in government and things like that, I did a reading on what's starting this fire, and is it some kind of laser weapon? And I pulled this,
That
which
looks like lasers.
it looks like lasers. And I also I pulled 3 clarifier cards on this. Yeah. And I got the 10 of Wands, which is just, heavy burden,
Yeah.
obviously. And then when you mentioned justice, government, I pulled this card out at the same time, which is justice. And then there's fighting. And when I read on this privately, which I may post later.
Yeah, post it.
I got that there could be some government interference because maybe someone in the federal government is upset at California in Newsom. They had a fight, so they're doing this crazy thing that we're going to get into later. And that's what this is all about, winning at any cost. So I know I'm going down a rabbit hole here.
I think I'm right there with you. May I ask what deck you're using? It's beautiful.
Yeah, this is the Fountain deck.
Fountain?
Fountain.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Thanks. And it's got one unique card to it. And it's called the Fountain card. So it's got an extra, you get more for your money with this deck. But yeah, it's a really good solid deck too. The card stock is really good. So
doesn't look like the fires are over yet, unfortunately.
Nope. No.
Do we want to dig into the cause?
Yes. So let's dig into, let's go down the rabbit hole.
Anytime that there's a mystery or conspiracy, I'm right there.
Right there. So this is for entertainment purposes only.
Where's my card? Oh, here it is. So, everything we're reading today, entertainment purposes.
Okay, so
what is causing the fires in California?
Right, and one of the things that I'm looking at is there possibly an energy weapon. Hang on there, guys, hang on. Is there an energy weapon being directed at the West? And when I first read this question, I went, what?
Yeah.
What kind of knucklehead would say that? And then I dug into it. I go, oh, maybe it's not so crazy. There's a guy on YouTube that he shows an infrared picture of California, and you can see a beam from Oregon come down into the Dolan fires, I think that's the name, which is just north of Big Sur. And he's kind of going nuts on his video. He goes, what the heck is that?
So we can post that link. We can post that link for people to see if they want.
Yeah.
Because you showed it to me, and it's pretty incredible.
Pretty incredible. And then I looked into these weapons that we're developing. They're laser beams or microwave beams that are they have pinpoint accuracy, and they burn things that are really hot. As you dig into this, like if you look into the Paradise Fire, some of the reports that I got were things are metal is burning, but wood isn't, which sounds like a microwave-ish thing.
Yeah, because I saw some photos, it might have been of last year, but it's the same thing. Like the house is gone, the car is gone, melted and all, but the trees are gone and the grass is gone. How is that possible?
Right.
Unless it was targeted.
Yeah. Yeah. So
if it's a forest fire and the trees aren't burning, but the houses are, that makes no sense.
And the cars are.
And the cars are melted.
And they just kind of go poof. So.
All right.
So my initial reaction to that question has changed, because now I'm going, oh my gosh. All right. So.
Are we going to
energy weapon.
An energy weapon? Okay.
And just leave it at that. Being directed at California to start these fires. Energy.
Wow. Look what just jumped out.
Oof.
That's not lightning. That's
Yeah.
the target was the question.
Right.
Whoa. I just got goosebumps from head to toe.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Look, linked together, like that would be the beams, the
Yeah.
fire, and guilty.
Yeah.
Woo!
So my reading isn't as ominous as yours. The one I'm going to post later is, but because that one freaked me out because I don't normally read cards that way.
Yeah.
And so I need to allow that more. But I've got this card, Ten of Swords being stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
I have this Judgment, and when I looked at this Judgment card, you can see the two hands being raised up. And again, that's kind of, to me, like pointing something at the sky. And then I have a Fool's Journey, just shooting it off, taking a leap. I'm going with yours. I think that they're, let me pull on it again and see if I can.
It's not to say that some forest fires aren't caused by cigarettes or people or, those birth announcements, you see they have an explosion and the whole forest goes up in flames.
Right.
But these big doozies that look targeted, as we said, with a house melted and a car melted and the tree right beside it is just fine and dandy.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. Yeah.
And they're burning over and over again. The Paradise Fire in California, that's burned again. So it's like, okay. Let me just try to pull on this again. Wow.
Oh, geez.
I still get that there is, I got that again.
Yeah.
The Eight of Wands, which is
that's
being,
yeah.
Right. And that's over it. And I got this Five of Swords again, like there's a fight between that guy, which is the King of Coins. So who has a lot of money that's a king? And again, I got Judgment too with this. So I'm just saying yes. I think that there is some kind of energy beam being shot into California for some of these fires, and I'm not quite sure why.
So I just asked if the U.S. was doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And this much of the deck fell out. And it's interesting. So it looks like it's old men in the world, corrupt men in the world, have agreed to start these fires. It's some sort of secret, some sort of collaboration, death and people. Now that didn't answer if it was American.
Right.
It's just interesting. These cards fall out. It's very dark, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
I'm wondering, I wonder if that black card, remember I asked you when we were chatting before the show, is there oil on the West Coast? And maybe they're trying to get everybody out of there so they can freely dig for oil. I don't know.
in my deep little dive into this,
Yeah.
because it goes way down in this
Oh,
rabbit
I
hole.
got goosebumps. I can tell you right now, this is deep.
Yeah. There is and we were talking about this too. I think it's called Area 21 in the Sierras and near Paradise, California, that has some kind of something underneath the ground. And California does have a whole ton of oil in it, that they are they're still pumping it, but I think there's so much more that they stopped pumping and they're not doing fracking, and maybe they want to get to it.
Right.
So
is there some other mineral you think?
yeah, I think so. I think so. And again, that I would have to look into what is under there.
I wouldn't know. Yeah.
But
whoa. Oof. Okay. Do we want to go further or?
No, I don't think so.
If anyone big is watching, this is just
it's just fun. We're just playing.
Yeah. Whoa. All right.
All right. So
that was pretty graphic. That was pretty graphic.
Weird. All right. Let's stay in California because there is no other parts to the world. It's just all California.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are the center of the world, Danny. Like that's
I thought so.
Well, it's confirmed.
Some people thought it was China. No, it's me.
It's Danny.
My bubble.
In California. What else do you want to read about California?
Let's read on, and this is more globally too, but there's in the news they were talking about migrant workers and how they're getting COVID at a higher rate, and they still have to go out and work the fields and work the farms and the cattle ranches. And so just do something quick on, is
it going to affect like the food chain kind of thing?
Is it going to affect the food chain? I was thinking about, how is it affecting them? I know it's affecting them.
Of course. That's very sad. And just so you know, it's happening here in Canada too. Migrant workers come up here from Mexico, etc., and work in the fields, and they're getting sick.
Yeah.
They're getting sick.
And they don't have the opportunity, the ability, the resources to say, no, I'm going to work from home and do a Zoom farm.
Right. No.
They can't do that.
And they have health coverage, etc. So then if they're sick, are there precautions that they don't work, or are they still sent in the field? Does that then make the food sick? I don't know. Right.
So let's just look at them, bringing awareness to that, even though I think it's pretty aware. But let's just look at the food supply and see if that's going to be affected by the migrant workers.
So food supply in North America.
Correct.
Okay. Ooh. First card, chaos.
Oof. Get another refrigerator freezer.
Pardon?
I said, we need to get another refrigerator or
Oh.
freezer.
Just seeing what the target card is. So I have chaos. Then I have the moon card, which means in time, more chaos, more truth will come out. What they do, to me, this affects the crops, and in the fall, like it's affecting both the workers, male and female, and this could be the population.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm getting the brown card, which to me is saying something in the soil. Like, or this could be the contamination itself, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you get?
Well, I mean, I don't have any cool cards like you have. That
maybe someday, Danny, you'll be cool.
I know. I'm working on it. But at the base, at the center, so I got the thief in the night. I've got, somebody is abusing some power, and that I think it's the abuse of the migrant workers.
Yeah.
Not so much that the owners are like trying to,
yeah, they're not physically abusing them, but
it's just the situation that they're in that needs to change.
Yes.
And then I have the Star of Hope, which it will change. That's being crossed by it. But as far as the food supply, at the top of the reading, it's the walking away from just being stabbed. And it's interesting, all these swords, when you mention the ground now, so all these swords, they're not in somebody's back, they're in the ground.
So, I just this thinking, I don't know the conditions, but if the migrant workers are in the field, and I know that they can trace COVID in the sewage systems, let's say.
Right.
If they are in the fields and they don't have a choice and they go to the bathroom in the fields, maybe that gets on the food or gets in the soil. I don't know. I don't know the connection here. But it felt like soil.
But it's interesting that you said that, and then I switched decks. This is my Los Garibo deck, and on this Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords, it's not stuck in his back; it's stuck in the ground. Interesting.
In the ground. Is it the manure? Is it the cow manure? Maybe.
Is it the cow manure? Now in California, they have porta potties out there, but again,
where does it go?
They pump it. They will pump it out. However, I know sometimes when I got to go and I'm hiking, well,
when nature calls.
Is that too much information?
It's a lot of information. It is really a lot of information. Did everyone get that? Now we know Danny's habits when he's in the
list. Oh my gosh. I did get the tower moment.
Oh no.
The potential near future.
Yeah.
Okay. So and when I've read on food shortages, I don't see it as this card, but I think there's going to be a disruption, and I think
in the industry somehow.
Yeah. And so I noticed that when I go shopping now, that there is, there's less and less food available. It's a lot more expensive. However, we do have this card. So, but when the new administration comes in, there is going to bring some calmness to it. However, we still have this card. We're still going to be fighting this until that happens, until we get a little bit of handle on this. But then the next two cards I get, it's the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Chalices.
Well, that looks
both
good.
both great
Yeah,
cards.
those are good cards.
Both are good cards. However, there's still this underlying loss. So it's a mixed bag here. Just
Like,
you know,
yeah,
we
like
we
is it reflective of the poor workers? Is it reflective of the food? Is it reflective of the industry in the whole? And probably that, right?
right. And I get that same sense that it's a reflection of the whole thing. For the workers, it's kind of cold out there. For the general food supply, it's okay,
Yeah.
but things are going to have to be readdressed
Yes.
with the new administration, and it's not going to be fixed all in one vote or whatever, but in the future I think it will come out and be,
Like by next harvest season in 2021, they will
yeah,
have a better handle on it.
yes,
But it looks like the fall crops might be affected this year.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and maybe a little harder than we think.
Yeah. If the first card I got was chaos and you've got the tower card,
Right.
so I'm going to stock up soon.
Yeah. And and this isn't to like scare people into going, oh my God, there's no food. I mean, that's not true. It's just
be aware there may be some bumps.
Yeah,
Process.
that's it. So, I mean, I know for me, and I don't know how long it will last, but for me, I have my freezer. I rotate food out of my freezer all the time, but I make sure that stocks, so at least I have 2 weeks of food that I can go without going to the use without going to the store.
And you can buy canned vegetables, canned fruit, canned
Right.
items, canned tomatoes. You can buy some canned items to get you through.
Right. And even though a lot of people may be wanting to do organic and all that really healthy stuff, not saying canned food is not, but not saying it is either.
It's just
But
about making adjustments.
We've got to make adjustments. And in an emergency, you'll be glad you had that canned okra.
Yes, you will be.
Not me.
Okra's good in, I think in stews and stuff. It tastes good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Veggie stew. All right. So what should we read on next, sir?
Moving on. I'm going to throw 3 out here and you pick one.
Okay.
We can read on China, the Middle East peace talks, or Brexit.
I think I'd like to read on the Middle East peace talks because peace is a good thing.
Peace is a good thing.
Yes.
And are we also going to read on Trump being nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize?
Oh, when I think of peace, I think of Mr. 45. Oh, yes. Orange all the way.
Orange all the way. When I read that, I mean, I
don't know.
I just stopped and I went.
So, okay.
What?
Since we're here on the topic, is his nomination legitimately being considered? Like it's on the table, or did someone just nominate him and now he's nominated? Well, I could be nominated.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So if I remember this right, and I'm not going to throw out a number because it'll be wrong, but there's a whole bunch of people that nominate people for the peace process, and you have to do something peaceful. So, and because he brokered this deal with Israel and the Saudis, I think, then this far alt-right guy out in the Netherlands said, I'm going to nominate you. So
I'll throw a couple cards. That's it.
okay, I'm going to throw 3 on.
Will 45 win a Nobel Peace Prize?
Your little prejudice there.
Oops. Okay, open mind. Will 45 win a Nobel Peace Prize? 45 win a Nobel Peace Prize. Oh God, what did you get?
I
don't want to do this one.
Okay, I got a celebration. I got the Queen of Swords giving, this is a legal type card, some harsh truth. I like this card because she's hanging on to the severed head of somebody.
Yikes.
And then I got the Lover's card. And when I first pulled this, I went, oh, I don't want to do this either. And then when I thought about it, I just said, this is the alt guy that loves Trump that nominated him. So this is really what's going to be showing. It's the truth of what Trump does. And so I'm just going to pull some clarifiers on this Lover's card.
I got soon, him, and then look at that. That would, to me, either that's the nomination or him winning. Hey, you told me to keep an open mind, and now what? Look.
Dang it. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't keep an open mind.
Okay. Does this mean he wins? Does this mean Donald Trump wins a Nobel Peace Prize?
Oh.
Does this mean Donald Trump wins the Nobel Peace Prize?
I got no.
Okay. I got guilty, world upside down. Oh, in the fall. So maybe he will be removed once all the stuff comes out about him. Maybe his nomination will get revoked.
Yeah. So
What'd you get?
I got the 10 of Swords in the back this time, reversed. Okay. So it's a big burden. And I got the 10 of Pentacles reversed too, which is just telling me, no, it's too much of a burden. He's not going to get it, you know? So even though this alt-right guy is going, oh, this is
nominated him.
Ever.
Yeah, he nominated him, but I think all the stuff that comes out about 45 will get him off the list.
What stuff is coming out?
Oh, I don't know. That he's great. Woohoo! Oh, I can't wait for more of the Bob Woodward stuff, man. That guy, he's a true journalist. Oh, that could segue into your question about journalists.
Oh, about journalists. Yes. Did we finish? Let's keep going on with that peace process.
Okay.
And then is that going to hold up? Is that? Oh my God! Even as I said it in my mind, I'm looking at your chaos card. I'm going, no. But anyway, let's just pull.
Peace in the Middle East. I wish there was peace everywhere.
Right. And Trump is such a broker of peace.
So are we reading on his peace deal or just in general?
No, just in general,
excuse me.
The Middle East peace process.
Okay, Middle East peace process.
Will we see
peace in the Middle East?
Peace in the Middle East in the near future.
In the near future.
In the near future.
Middle East. Middle East. I really want there to be, will there be peace?
Huh. Interesting.
Oh,
Yes, I agree.
right? Wow.
Does everybody else agree?
At first, I wasn't sure because the beginning of this story is like chaos, darkness,
Yes.
legal battles, all the things they do, etc. That causes chaos.
Yes.
But they're making a decision, different countries, for change. And then
Yes.
I've got the target at the base of the deck, which is there going to be peace in the Middle East soon? Bang.
Right.
World, a bit of time, like these old guys agreeing, soon, soon, and yes.
Awesome.
What
So,
did you get?
mirror what you had.
I have
My first,
goosebumps.
I know, crazy, right? My first card was the Seven of Swords, and I said, no, there's going to be, it's in the all the books that I read about the Middle East, they have a different thought process than we do, which I'm okay with that, but it's just an understanding that we don't understand. And there is a lot of taking and thievery. It's just a
Well,
different mindset.
every
I
country
use
has a
thievery.
different mindset, right? Like
Right.
you're North America, but Canadians think a little different than Americans and vice versa. So
Right.
every country
So
has their own.
yeah. So my word for thievery is probably different in their terms. It's just a different form of negotiation. So this peace deal, I don't think may hold up because something's going to happen to it. However, the next card is the Star of Hope with a new beginnings that's got to do with money, a new emotional start. And then I got the Four of Pentacles hanging on to money. So there's going to be some road bumps in this. And there is some people that are hanging on to their money that are not going to want to, they're going to say, no, 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 we can't have this peace deal. But then I have the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving. So it's with these two cards and this one.
Yeah.
It was almost a mirror reading of what you just said.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
Yeah, like I think there'll be a bit of bumps up front,
Yeah.
of course. And the money could also be not just their money, but their resources, right?
Yes.
Their country's resources or whatever, trying to hang on to things like that. But it looks like, I'm getting a yes. I got the target and I got the time card. So, and the world.
It's so awesome. I didn't expect to pull that.
No. Because did you see, I put mine down and then I looked at you and then you looked at me and I'm like, I think I have the same thing. Totally unexpected.
Yeah.
Yay. Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yeah. In the Middle East is so big and, so that's just a general, but if you get a general, then it's going to start trickling down into maybe the parts of that world that are still fighting, and they'll go, yeah, we can reach peace later on. So
it's going to be the vibration it sends out. I think that's why I'm so happy. Like I can feel it, like a new start. Yeah. You got the new beginning, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yay.
Right.
I'm so glad we did this.
Yeah.
Okay, journalists. We were going to do
journalists.
Are they extinct? Are they a dying breed?
An endangered species.
Endangered species, yes. I don't know. Probably.
Probably. Bob Woodward's never going to get another interview with President Trump again.
I think he was talking to him without supervision too. Like 45 was not being supervised. He was just calling him whenever he felt like it.
Oh.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Like there was no one there to say like, shh.
Right. And Trump made the mistake of thinking that Bob Woodward was a Tucker Carlson. Bob Woodward is no Tucker Carlson. It was funny during that last the interview I heard, Trump was saying something and he goes, you know, I want to be honest with you. And Woodward goes, yes, please. I want you to be honest. And then Trump just kind of talks right over him again. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so true journalism. And that's through the world. That's not just, you know, at the center of Dan's universe.
Right.
Danny himself.
No, let's expand it.
Let's expand it a little bit to the world. True journalists. What am I going to ask? Are they over or are they going to be reborn?
No, it just is there going, are we going to see, that's okay. Are real journalists going to get back into the mainstream of how do you put this? You know, because there's so much disinformation. I mean, people are trashing Bob Woodward now, you know, on Fox, and people are believing that. So,
will journalism take a turn for the better in the world? For the truth. Because it feels like, and again, entertainment purposes only, that there's a couple people or companies that own a lot of the news outlets and papers, etc. And they kind of just tell them what to say. Or
yes,
there was a comedian late night show. I don't know if it was Conan or somebody, and they played a bunch of newscasters all over the US, and they all said the same thing. It's like they were all reading the same teleprompter, but they were in different states.
Right.
So what does that tell you?
Tells me Sinclair owns a lot of TV news stations.
Yeah, like they're reading,
Sinclair broadcast.
They're not doing their own stories. They are reading the teleprompter that the other people are reading, Right. I thought that was fascinating, and they thought it was funny, but they really uncovered something.
Oh, yeah.
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 Okay.
So are we going to get, is true journalism going to become prominent in the near future?
In the world. Is
truthful journalism.
Truthful journalism. Gonna happen in the world. It's truthful journalism going to.
And it's, when I was pulling this, you know, I heard a real strong yes. And one of the things that I think is going to happen with the new administration, not that they don't have anything else to do, is that they're going to change some of these laws about truth in advertising in the political campaigns. You just can't say something that is a flat out lie and say, oh no, it's a campaign ad.
Right.
You know, there's no fact checking on the campaign ads. So. All right, I just pulled 3.
What'd you get?
And I got truth coming at you with the Knave of Swords. So it is going to be coming out. They are going to be changing this because the truth needs to come out. And I've got the 8 of Wands, and in this deck, it's it's a win. All this news that's coming out, this Eight of Wands is all about news, and it's got the rainbow. So it's good that the truth is going to be coming out. However, this road, it's still going to be fraught with protecting one's back in this deck, especially because the Ten of Wands he's carrying them on his back. So it's more like, instead of the front in another deck,
right,
protecting the front side, he's,
yeah,
make sure you got you got all your sources right. And in this deck too, I love that the wands are all neatly stacked and he's carrying them correctly.
right. It's not a like clutter.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I'm getting a big yes in the near future, not without, its struggles, but yes, it's going to prevail and it's going to get better.
Yeah. What shitstorm. It's all linked together to like whoever the leaders are. This could be world leaders. It could be leaders of the news corporations.
Yes.
They cause the chaos. They need to leave. So once they leave, which will take some time, then it looks like, boom, like real news comes to the people, right? It's going to be shocking when you actually hear real news.
Right.
A change is needed. There's money corruption right now, but once that's gone, yes, and balance. So
yeah. So your deep dive, I think is exactly right, because Sinclair has so much money invested, and with Fox News, so much money is invested in the advertising. And even though they're pulling out a little bit, especially with Tucker Carlson, I don't know what they're going to be doing with.
Like if they're putting news out,
all these revelations,
just to help or just to satisfy the sponsors, then you're not getting the real news.
No.
In theory, if that is what's happening.
Right.
You're getting.
And it should be called entertainment,
yes,
not news.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So. Yeah. All right. Moving on.
What do you want to read on next, sir?
So we did peace.
There's Assange, Brexit, or the World Trade Organization. What do you want to read on next?
Well, I'd always like to go to Africa. So let's read on the World Trade Organization.
Okay. So do you want to let people know a bit about what's going on?
Yeah, yeah. So the World Trade Organization, it sets the rules for global trade and looks after trade disputes between nations. According to its website, it's supposed to be open trade for the benefit of all. Okay. I don't think that's true. So 3 of the 8 candidates to become the next leader of the World Trade Organization could be coming from Africa.
Awesome.
And so I want to know, because I'm pretty sure that the World Trade Organization is run by old white guys. So the question is, and I'm not sure about that, just entertainment only. Will there be an African heading the World Trade Organization, and will it make a difference to what I was going to say?
To Africa.
Have open trade for the benefit of all, including African nations.
Right.
And will it affect consumers in the world? So I just want to know, first off, is an African gonna head up the World Trade Organization? Okay. And then we can look to see.
Go deeper into that.
Yeah.
The outcome kind of thing. Okay. Do they get voted in?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay.
What you got?
Well, I got yes, not without its issues. So at this at the
Yeah.
center of it, it's the five of coins. So being left out in the cold, no African has ever held that position. Being crossed by the King of Wands, which is saying, yeah, it's going to happen, where we have somebody that's looking after not just money, but more of a kindler, gentler, if I may, type of leader. There is going to be, the vote is going to be kind of a little messy, but he is going to pull it off. And he is going to pull it off. He's riding in as a winner at the end, and he's really going to have his work cut out for him. So.
Fair enough. Is there any chance it would be a woman? I guess we don't know if any of the nominees are women.
I don't know if they are.
I've kind of got the same thing. I've got a lot of like chaos and nonsense in the current leadership of that.
Yes.
A change has to come because there is financial corruption within that organization. Look at that, like guilty, etc. Then I get a female card and like health and good stuff.
Yeah.
This could be a man going to be voted in. And then I have this and the target. So this says to me, good things are coming. I'm also wondering if it's a woman. It may not be. That's voted in, and they know what to do. Like, this is your crown chakra, and they will bring balance.
Yeah. So in the past, as it relates, I got the Empress, which when I looked at that, I said, there's a strong woman behind whoever this person is, and or it could be a woman.
This could be Africa. This could be like the country of Africa.
Yeah.
Going to financially benefit.
Yes.
And prosper. Yeah. Could be that.
But I did get in my hopes and fears that the King of Pentacles, that, instead of voting for a King of Wands, they're just going for the money. That's the fear, that it's just going to be all about the money versus a more, reasonable king that's looking not just about money, but looking about working conditions, looking into, how people are treated. So I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, it looks similar, that there's a bit of chaos, there's a bit of corruption, but whoever comes in has the right agenda.
That's what I got.
Yeah. And helps Africa.
Better not make my iPhone go up, though, in price. That's all I can say. Oh, yeah,
Always
yeah.
about Danny, isn't it?
Well, we should change this to not world events, just my events.
Yeah, Danny events. What's happening in the world of Danny today?
Yeah, people are clicking off right now.
Okay,
Moving on.
moving on.
What time do we got? How long are we?
We are at about 40 minutes, I think, roughly.
Okay. What do you think? Read on like two more?
Yeah, let's do it. What do you want to
So we have
do you want to do Brexit?
let's do Brexit. Yeah, I was just looking at that. And then we can look into the Assange.
Yeah. Okay, so
one that I would like to look into, and we just got this one, was will the Olympics be held next year?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because I find that the Olympics brings so many people together in this in a sporting event. So it's just not like basketball or baseball, and that does bring some people together, but the Olympics, it's just nations coming together. And I think that, I think it's really powerful.
Okay, so what are we going to read on Brexit? So is it going to happen? Are they going to not do it?
Right. And for me, I get two questions with this. Is it going to happen? And what's the outcome?
The outcome.
If it does or does not happen.
So first we'll see if it does.
Yeah. I'm gonna switch decks here.
Is Brexit gonna happen in the near future? Brexit gonna happen. They still don't know yet. They're still making a decision. It's upside down. Nobody's happy. It's all about money. It's all about government agencies. It's about, the Queen, the Crown, all that kind of stuff. It's a what right now. And then I still get that they're making a decision in time. I don't know who's blue. Is it like a blue party that's in charge?
I don't know.
I don't know. What are you getting?
Well, I got they're still making a decision.
Yeah.
It's the Two of Wands, and it's upside down, so they still don't know.
I don't know.
And the guy's got the world in his hands, so it's a world event that it's going to affect the world.
Yeah.
And it is all about money, giving and receiving. And when I pulled this, I said they're going to need a lot of money. That it's other countries are going to have to come in and prop up if Brexit goes. So the celebration is not what they think it is. It's upside down. In the past, you have the King of Wands. It was working before, so why are they changing it right now? It's because there's been some kind of secret contract that was made that we may not know about.
Yeah.
And in the potential near future, you got the magician that's trying to make this happen, and it's not there.
Yeah. There's something behind that that's not clear why they want to do it.
Right.
Who's actually driving it?
Right. And I don't know enough about the history of that, but it just seems like there's a hidden agenda that even if I did know, even if I was read up on it, that there's a hidden agenda that I wouldn't even know about, that the people don't know about. And I think it's about money.
Yep.
So Brexit, still hanging in the balance. Let me just see if I can get a time on it. You know, when will this decision be made? I think there's a time limit. I think the European Union said you have to make your decision by a certain amount of time. But they've said that before, and they keep pushing it off. So
yeah.
Well, this card popped out, the sun reversed. So I'm hearing it's not going to happen. When are they going to say yes or no?
So I just ask who benefits if it happens. I'm getting dirty money, like bad corruption money. Some dude followed by the yes. Like this guy, it could be a group of men or one man. I'd have to dig deeper. But then I got that blue card again beside the target. I don't know. There's a million questions I could ask to wonder who this is, right?
Right. So I pulled one card for each month, and I said, when are they going to let us know what is going on?
Right.
Oh my God.
Gibberish?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, they're all upside down except one. So month one, Page of Swords. There's truth trying to come out. Month two, the Chariot in reverse. They're trying to move forward. There's so many battles that are not being won on month three. Month four, restriction. Month five, the High Priestess. Oh, there's information that may or may not be so clear coming from this woman. And then month six is the Death card reversed.
Oh.
So I'm not getting like, oh yeah, they're going to finally make their decision now. I'm just getting, it's all behind the scenes. Nobody's really,
it's not clear.
Saying the truth. It's really unclear. So
that blue card of mine can also be, it runs deep. It's very deep. That's why we can't get it. It's too deep. The behind the scenes, yeah. We could probably ask all day and we wouldn't catch it. Right. Because it's probably a certain combination of things. It's not just one simple answer. It's not like, the queen benefits. It's not just that. It's much more layered.
Yep.
Okay. You want to do the Olympics?
Olympics. Well, I'm gonna
Will the
use.
Olympics happen in 2021? Is the question. Let me switch to another deck. Will the Olympics happen in 2021?
Mm-hmm. Oof.
Doesn't look so good to me.
I'm going, who am I reading for? Is this a Trump reading or?
I don't know, and most of my cards are upside down. So, and the bottom is the Hanged Man. So I think it's still in limbo. But
Yeah.
if I reverse all the other cards, it's going to be no. But I think it's in limbo right now. But
I really get that.
yeah,
Really get that. So my first card was the Three of Wands, standing still, making plans, still being restricted with the Eight of Swords, just and that's the COVID issues. Not going into it. There's a lot of finger pointing and behind the scenes battling.
yeah,
Some people are going, no, let's just move on. It's not going to happen because the death card is in the near future. However, they're not letting go of it yet. They're still working on it. They still don't know where things are going.
yeah.
This is, when I pulled this, I went, look at all those pills. I'm going, is this a vaccine that they're still working on?
Yeah.
Which, but there's so much fighting going on. And then the final outcome, I got the Two of Wands again. So they're still trying to make this decision. And I got the Knight of Pentacles, which is, it's just going to be slow moving, but that's more of a positive answer. And at the base of it, it's all yes, no, maybe, working on it, planning it.
Yeah. So I got the first card is sort of the hope that it would happen, right? The hope of the Olympics.
Yeah, right.
But then we've got countries bailing out potentially because they're not sure, followed by the Chariot. So now every other card is now going to be upside down, but I'll show it right side up. So the Chariot, then the World card, decision.
Yeah.
They're terrified if people were to, the leaders aren't sure what to do of the countries. The World card is upside down. The Fool card. And then this looks to me like they just don't want the athletes to get sick. They don't want to put them in a position to get ill.
Right.
And then the last card is the Hangman. So it's too much of a big decision to make so soon.
Right. It's just in suspension. And I got the Five of Pentacles too.
Yeah.
So it's and I got the Knight of Cups. They wanted to go forward.
They wanted to go forward, absolutely. But
and interesting.
Is it the Summer or Winter Olympics? Summer, I'm guessing.
I don't know. Did they push him off and say we're going to do this? Whoever's running the Olympics,
because it's every 4 years,
right?
But then every second year is like it's summer every 4 years, and then it's winter every 4 years, 2 years after.
Yeah, staggered. They staggered it.
Yeah.
And I think, was it Japan that was doing the Olympics this summer and they postponed it?
Right.
And so were they going to postpone it to next?
It must be.
Next
summer.
Next summer, just kick it the can down. I think that's what it was. So they're just still, they're still thinking about it. And it's interesting. I only, out of all these cards, I only got 1, 2, 3, 4 pentacles, and not it. It's not a, even though there's a huge financial aspect to this, it's, they're not thinking about that as much as they are about the health of the athletes.
That's what I got too. It's not a financial decision. It's a, like if they send the athletes and they all get sick, that's going to be disastrous for everyone.
Right.
And the host country too. The host country has to worry about how they'll look.
Yep.
If protocols aren't kept, etc.
Yeah.
That's a tough.
And it's so, I mean, it's so hard to do that.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you have.
So you're going to have all the athletes go there, all of them be quarantined for 2 weeks individually, get tested, and then go to the events? Like, how could they train if they're quarantined?
Right. And in bubbles and.
Yeah, so it's logistically sounds pretty difficult.
Yeah. And, you know, I'm just thinking is, you know, are the U.S. athletes, are they going to say, you know, is Trump going to go, oh, you don't have to wear a mask where everybody else. So some countries you got to wear masks, some you don't. And, you know, leaders can't get on the same page as to what safety protocols should be.
Because it's not just the athletes too. They have to protect the judges. They have to protect the grounds crew. You know, there's a lot of
all
people.
that. Yeah. All that. Yeah.
All the chefs, the hotel staff, the whatever, right?
Right.
That's a big job. Big job.
Big
job. All right. What's next, sir?
So, someone asked about Hawaii's sovereignty movement.
Okay. That's interesting.
It is interesting. I don't know anything about it because it's not in my world. But I do like Hawaii. And I do like that they keep a real tight lid, so to speak, on what can get in there. I know that, you know, they had a huge infestation problem. And so they really locked that down and try to keep it Hawaiian agriculture, Hawaiian animals, and not feral pigs or rats or whatever. So, you know, they really try to keep those invasive species away to keep that island a paradise.
It is beautiful. I mean, I haven't been there, but from what I see, it's gorgeous. And why would they want anything to ruin it? So they want to become their own nation. Is that the question?
I think that's what, I think that's it. Yeah. And then we can go to Texas, into California.
Quebec in Canada.
Quebec. Mm-hmm. Does Canada want to become its own country?
I don't know. We kind of are.
Yeah.
There's mom's on the other side of the pond, right? Overseeing us a little bit.
Yeah. My Republican redneck brother, he goes, which surprises me. He said, you know, it shouldn't be the United States. It should be America. And it should be the whole North and South continent. And I went, whoa.
Wow.
Look at you and your global view. I mean, I think it would be pretty awesome. Just one country, not run by us.
One Earth.
Well, and that's true too.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going, and people are fighting it so much.
This is our home, literally. We live on Earth, and we live in the universe together. This is our home.
Right.
Like, what are you doing fighting about stuff and making it worse? We should all be making it better.
We should, yeah. And he is such a fear guy. He's always looking at what he doesn't have, which is
Wow.
what our current administration
Yeah.
is doing. They're basing everything on fear and on lack. And we have so much. We have so much. And we're just focused on the wrong thing.
Yep.
So, Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. I had some friends that were vacationing in Hawaii, and the pandemic hit. They couldn't leave.
Well, if you're going to be somewhere.
6 months in Hawaii. And they go, we don't know where we're going to stay. And I go, well, why don't you just stay where you are?
Yeah.
And they go, well, no, it's booked. You know, it's one after the other. And the owner called them up and said, well, nobody can come in. So
say nobody can go. So
just stay there.
Wow. Wow.
Luckily, they had the resources. They were retired and they got to, and they got a discount on it all. So it was all good.
Okay, Hawaii. Hawaii want to be.
What is the term? What is the term?
Oh. Got a mixed bag here. I might be getting the pre-story before I get to the end here because it's kind of strange. So looks like they're not happy in the current union they're in because the is upside down and the star card is upside down. If like they're almost under, they don't like how they're being managed by the current government.
Right.
Their cup should be running over, but it's not. It's upside down. They
Right.
want to leave. And the tower card is upside down. So I don't know if there's a big moment coming where the decision becomes obvious. Hanged man right now, but they are a prosperous nation if they're on their own. There will be an announcement. Then we've got temperance. So patience. I didn't expect that. Some hard work ahead, some battles ahead, more hard work ahead. if they strike out on their own. So it wouldn't be easy. Maybe that's got something to do with that tower. Like it would be a lot of work to get out on their own. What did you get?
Well, so you started talking before I really looked at it, but my initial view of all of this was kind of good. There's the Four of Wands, which is a celebration, and in this deck, this is more of a true celebration. In the Rider-Waite deck, there'll be people over behind them that aren't really celebrating.
Right.
In this deck, it's just those two that are celebrating. So it's a small group that wants this, and it's being crossed by the Hierophant, the government.
Yeah.
So it's
that's what I was like. They're being stopped.
Yeah.
Or potentially blocked.
Right. At the bottom of it I got temperance.
Yeah, I got temperance.
With big news in the past that's coming up, and this is fiery, big Fred Flintstone news. That when you were saying your tower moment, big news.
Yeah,
What is that? Yeah,
that's the tower upside down.
right. A lot of work.
Yep, got that.
The world is watching this.
Ah,
Interesting.
yeah,
Okay. And um, this is in their internal space position for me. So it's like, this is our world. This is what we want. We want to contain our world, but externally it's going to be a loss. And their world is becoming colder because of that. They're not keeping their world,
right.
right? They have other things that are coming in and disrupting
The balance of,
the natural balance, the beauty of the island people.
that's why this was upside down, perhaps, like all their resources, their beauty, like their cup would runneth over if it
Yeah,
were being depleted from, yeah.
right, right. Um, so there's a lot of fighting.
Yeah.
I did have and the final outcome is the a celebration card in the three of chalices. But again, they're still planning. It still
Yeah.
needs to be worked out, and it's got world implications again. So interesting.
Yep. I think they would be prosperous if they were allowed to be on their own, but I think there's a lot of hard work in front of them if that was ever to happen.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I also think too that because we are at this global economy, that they would do well in the world and importing, exporting things and keeping a
Travel.
lid on it. But it's a big battle. They got a lot of work to do on it.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that was interesting going to Hawaii.
Yeah. Because there's
Tapping into that
agriculture
energy.
there. Doesn't Roseanne Barr have a macadamian? Doesn't she have a macadamian farm out there or something? Like they can grow their own, lots of crops, and the travel
Yeah,
industry, they would make lots of money if they.
yeah. I mean, their coffee is amazing. So
Movies are filmed there and stuff. So some things like that. Cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Anything else? Do you have anything you want to read on that is? I have a Trump thing, but I don't know.
Okay, let's end on 45. Let's just do it.
Okay.
You know what? In theory, he's on a lot of people's mind in the world, I guess.
Oh yeah. It's yeah.
Yeah. So what are we going to read on?
Well, one of the questions was how many people are going to be leaving the United States to other countries because of what he is doing and what he has brought? Because personally, I feel like there's going to be this divide for a while. It's going to take us a while to move together to be one people again. And there's a lot of work that needs to be done there. And he's created such a divide that it's going to take a while to get together. So how many people are going to just say, I've had enough?
How many people are going to want to leave the United States?
Yeah, is there going to be a big exodus? And that's kind of such a general question that I'm just going to do a short pull on it, and then
couple cards,
and then we'll read on 45 in all his news. Okay.
What you got?
Well, so I pulled three. I got the Star of Hope. So I got people thinking about it seriously. And this is my only movement card, and it's a very slow movement card. It's riding on strength. So, but it's still a slow movement. So I'm not going to see a lot of people doing it because Trump is going to lose the election. In all my readings, that hope is going to keep people here. But still, there's going to be people that are saying, I've had enough.
I basically got the same thing. So I've got people feeling just destroyed because of what's going on. They are thinking about moving, but there would be some obstacles in the way if they did, but it would be a long journey, as you're saying. It is on their mind. But then I get my Biden card. And my Biden card is hope. And, so with that may change their mind and how they feel, because Biden will come in and make things feel better. Turn things
palatable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
all righty.
All right. One more?
One more.
Okay. What you got? What's in Danny's world?
Danny's tired of his world. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I just saw the tower. No, I'm not. Positive. I love my world. I love everybody's world. I want to be all inclusive.
Yes.
I was just thinking about all the news that came out. How many times do we get the leaving card? How many times do we get, that he's moving on, he's doing this, he's doing that? How many times did we get the Eight of Wands? Big news coming, a lot of news coming, really fast, boom. When's that going to happen? Is it going to happen, maybe this week? So we had the military story in the Atlantic. We had Michael Cohen's book. And I'm a little upset that Woodward came out right after Michael Cohen.
Yeah, we should have had Cohen time for a bit longer.
Yeah, I think so. So let's just, I'm going to just do a 411 on his energy. I'm tired of saying he's leaving because I know he's thinking about it. I just think his mind is so unstable and he changes his mind. Was that wrong to say? His mind, he changes his mind so much that, what'd you pull? I didn't see it.
This one.
Entertainment only. Just my world. Anyway, my head is really big. I need to pull away from the camera.
Oh, you look good.
I got a big head.
I have a gigantic head. I can never find a hat.
We should do this again and call it Two Big Heads.
Two big heads.
Two big heads talking about the future. So I'm just going to do a 411 on
45.
On 45, where he is, what he's thinking, and just see what I get. Maybe we can pull from there.
Okay. So
I'm gonna switch decks.
How many cards are you gonna pull? I'll pull the same.
I'm gonna pull. I think I'm gonna pull 6.
I knew you were gonna say that. You know why? 411. 4, 5, 6. I was gonna pick 6.
I was saying, oh no, because she's psychic. That's what I was going to say.
Well, kind of.
Well, kinda.
I'm like, he's gonna say 6. I know he's gonna say 6. All right.
Now I hope I can pull 6. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What is 411 on 45?
What does he think? What's the 4?
411 on 45. What is
Oh. Can I just pull 2?
Yes. Did you get the tower and sacrifice or something?
No, I got battling going up a hill in the tower.
I knew you got the tower. See? I knew it.
Can I pull 3?
You do whatever you want, my friend.
What would be the next card that you think that I should?
Okay, so you got the tower. You're gonna get the chariot.
No, I didn't.
No.
No.
The heart with the swords through it. Yeah.
Devil.
Devil. There you go.
Yeah. All right, I'll go since because it's ay. 9 of Wands. So he's really embattled. He's trying to get up to that top, but he doesn't have any more steps. He's got the tower moment right on top of him. It's crashing down. He feels it. This is his card at the base, the devil card. He's chained to so many people. He could be addicted to something, entertainment only.
Yeah.
Did you see that one piece where they had the Adderall or something?
One landed on the podium and stood there. Like if that was spit, it would just dissipate, right? But it was a big honking piece of something.
Oh my gosh. Well, this is at the base of the podium. Behind him is the 7 of coins working on his money. He's losing money like crazy. 7 of swords, thief in the night. Is he taking something and going in the night? Or is there another spy in the camp? More news coming out? And in the potential near future is the Page of Coins, a new beginning, walking in a field of grass. All these other cards are so dark, except the past card. So he really wants to get away from this, but he's chained. He's tied to the devil, or is part of this card. Anyway, I wouldn't
laugh.
I don't want to be him.
No. So all of his cards are upside down except for one. So I did 4 across, 1 below, 1 above. So he does not know who to trust anymore.
Yes.
Okay. All of his unions that he has made are falling apart, right? Doesn't know who to trust. The unions he's made, it's all coming apart. Look who's on his mind. Joe Biden. That's my Joe Biden card. So he's got Joe on the mind. This says to me he's running out of hope. It also says to me, because I can get this card for like a spy card, like he's wondering who around him is giving information, etc.
Mm-hmm.
At the base is temperance. So I think he's trying to concoct more schemes, scams. This isn't about him being patient. This is about him concocting things, right?
Yeah. And that was reversed?
That's the only one that was straight up.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I think he is working behind the scenes to, the Woodward story comes out. Okay, he's going to throw out another story. This comes out, he's going to do this, right?
Right.
And at the top is lots of hard work in front of him. And I think he's giving up. Kind of looks like he's giving up.
Yeah.
look how far away the White House is, and he has to carry all this stuff. He's not going to do that.
No. He's going to get somebody else to carry it.
Yeah.
And there is nobody. Who does he trust?
Right. Doesn't trust anybody. His unions are leaving him. So there you go.
There you go. And, we can just keep going down. And
Absolutely.
who's leaving him? Is Barr leaving him? Is his chief of staff leaving him?
Will his kids turn on him? I have a feeling Don Jr. might. There's something in his face. You saw when he did the speech and his eyes were all bloodshot and everything, Don Jr.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
I saw another picture of him the other day, same kind of thing. I just feel like there's this hatred maybe towards his father, and he just might say, screw this.
Wow.
I don't know. I think there's something brewing under that guy.
Well, I don't get that sense, but that's something, I try not to think about him too much because he's such a, no.
I saw his photo and it's in his eyes.
Yeah.
There's something in his eyes that I didn't read on it. I could read on it maybe and try to figure it out, but.
Yeah, to me, he's just so creepy, and I have a hard enough time trying to get into 45's energy and just that whole swamp that he created. And that's interesting. That is going to be, now you got me wanting to look into that, and I'm not going to do it. Are we done? What time do we have?
We are at about an hour and a half now, almost.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is going to be a big upload.
It's what we do.
It is what we do. So let's pull an oracle to clear the energy.
Yes.
This was so much fun.
It was awesome.
Thank you, Andrea.
We have to do it again.
Yeah. Yes. Two big heads talking about the future.
Laughing and talking. Two big heads.
And I'm going to learn to expand my world.
This is exciting.
I know. Right? Oh my gosh.
All right. So we're pulling a card for everybody who's watching.
Yep.
And if you're watching on my channel, please go check Danny's channel. I'll put the link below. And Danny will maybe put my channel link below.
Maybe.
You might just put his own link. Just put your own link.
Yeah. Not that bad. That would be funny, though.
That would be funny. Hey, check out Lilac Lantern. Just take some. That's fun.
Oh my gosh,
fun.
You got me crying now.
I know. Okay, a card for everybody today. What's we got?
I got spark.
Ooh.
Spark.
What are they sparking?
I hope they're not in California. That's what I.
No.
So with this card, it reminds me that we need to be out in nature more. That we need to be listening to our own inner music and not let the external forces get us down.
That's I like that. Internal music.
That's it.
I like that. Abundance.
Ah, yes.
Abundance. So you can sit and be frustrated like this guy, or you can work the problem like she is, because you have the skills or the talent within, right?
Right.
And get the treasures, abundance. And you have to remember what is abundance? Well, that's fresh air, fresh water, a home, shelter, food. Like, don't just think about it as like, Danny's iPhone. Like, there's more things than material objects. So abundance can mean many things.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
And I think with that, we are in such a shift right now where we are learning what we really need.
Yeah.
Like, do we really need that iPhone, Danny? No, I don't. So, but everybody's on their phones doing this, not paying attention to anybody else. Kanye West had to get injections into his thumb because he was
Oh,
texting too much. That's wrong. So, but
it's kind
really,
of like
we're,
you. It's about yours too. Like go within.
yeah,
Go within, find abundance. Listen to your own music within.
right,
Find
right. And
abundance within.
this big shift that we're doing with COVID and all of that is just reminding us what is truly important
That matters.
and what we just need to gently let go into the sunset. Just release it. We don't need it. So
Materialism. Let it go.
let it go. All right. This was a blast. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We're going to have to do
Yes.
this.
Thank y'all. Okay.
All right, I'm going to shut her down, but you stay
Shut her
on.
down.
You stay.
Okay.
I think I can. We'll see. Okay.
I think I can.